Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central, the only place on the internet all your Jeff Bull Central entertainment pretends it's Iron Man inside of some weird sci-fi fantasy universe that's not Iron Man, but you get to feel like Iron Man, but you're not Iron Man, but you get to feel like Iron Man, but you're not Iron Man. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Jeff.
Carrie Bowles is with me, the wife.
Yay!
Woo! Okay. Yeah, we're checking out Anthem. About 3 weeks ago, I did a short video on the VIP demo they held, and that thing had so many server issues. That was the most troubling thing about it. Luckily, most of those have been solved. Not all of them. I have been booted a few times. You haven't really been booted, have you?
Not really. A couple times.
Couple times. But the other thing I stated in that video is I was worried that this game was going to turn out just like Destiny. And the reason for that is it's sort of based on Destiny. It's like Iron Man meets Destiny, which is kind of a weird combo, but you know, whatever. And the gameplay style is very similar to Destiny because it's kind of like part MMO, part single experience, you know, shared world sort of thing, and there's strongholds and stuff. My overriding problem with the original Destiny, and I think yours too, was that after a while, and it wasn't very long a while, you saw everything there was to see, and you were just grinding.
Yeah, it got boring.
Really quickly. Destiny got boring really quickly. And
So
unfortunately,
boring.
my concern for this game is basically the same problem.
Well, I have a feeling it kind of is, because it's like we keep going to the same place, and instead of going left, we go right.
Yeah, it's basically one large overworld map connected by a weird hub world where you're in first person like this right here. This is it. Where you're in first person walking really slowly and nobody's in there with you even when you are partied up with another person.
Oh, no.
But, you know, after not very long, all the enemies are revealed. You've seen them all. You've seen all the locations.
Yeah.
And the mission types are either put this magical element in the larger structure and collect them all,
Or collect a little light bulb.
or like, you know, visit someone at a Strider and, you know, pick up pieces of this and pick up pieces of that. So the variety within the game is bad, and that bodes very poorly for a game like this, because this kind of game depends on longevity.
You play it for forever.
Because it's got an end game. It's, you know, it's meant to be played forever and ever and ever. So, with that in mind, that don't bode well. The one thing that saves it, however, is just the basic gameplay. Being inside one of these Javelin suits, there's 4 different suits. There's the Shadow, the Ranger, the Colossus, and what's the other one? I forget the other one. But they're different classes. If you've ever played a class-based video game, you kind of know what to expect. You got your Heavy, your Soldier, your Wizard, right?
And then like a sniper.
Yeah, basically, like a speed character, a scout character. You like your Colossus. You like the Heavy.
I do.
Yeah.
He can take a beating.
And I'm fond of the Shadow, because you're like a Storm Wizard. This is my Shadow character, and you just kind of hang up above everybody and provide support, which is a lot of fun. And so the thing that really saves the game is the fact that piloting one of these suits is enormous fun. And in fact, many times it's invigorating. It moves so fast. I mean, just picture being Iron Man. You're moving fast, you're firing guns and rockets, and you're zipping around, and you're doing all sorts of cool moves and stuff. And all of that is great. And if it didn't have such an amazingly fun gameplay component, this would be the most frustrating AAA title I have played in a really long time. You know, there's missteps, like not being able to place your own markers on the overworld map, so that if you want to go somewhere specific in free play, you can't without like.
Yeah, that one mission, and we haven't came across it.
Another just as frustrating.
It's frustrating, but that one mission where we had to go find temples, that one was so frustrating because, you know, you would zip off and I'd have to follow.
And I don't know where I'm going because I can't put my own
so
waypoint.
he would go turn around and I'm like, where'd you go?
Right.
But that's me not being able to get directions.
I think that is ultimately very frustrating. There are a lot of missteps. You know, another thing that kind of bothers me is the leveling system and the tweaking of the weapons and even the cosmetics it's just not very robust. I was hoping for a lot more out of that. Like, leveling really... It requires you to get minor incremental upgrades on everything all the time.
Yeah.
And as far as cosmetic goes...
It's time-consuming.
Yeah, it is time-consuming. And as far as cosmetic goes, you know, they're going to be adding more and more all the time, but there's not that much here in the base game, so... I don't know, man. I was really, really looking forward to Anthem.
Yeah. I mean, we're still having fun with it for right now, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
Yeah, and that's for sure. You know, I am a longtime Bioware fan, going all the way back to KOTOR. Carrie loves Dragon Age. It's one of your favorite game series of all time.
Oh, except for
the third one, yeah.
Third one.
Yeah, Inquisition. You didn't like Inquisition.
But the second one was great.
Yeah, for sure.
Second one I love.
And I love Mass Effect.
And the stories, they always make really good stories.
Yeah, that's another thing that's weird about this game. It's kind of the story's really bland. And it's not helped much by the fact that the variety of stuff that you're doing just isn't there. There's not much different from one, you know, mission to another.
And it drives you nuts that you have to talk to everyone.
Yeah, so in a Bioware game, you figure that talking to people and having branching conversation trees is where it's at. It's so like puerile and like surface deep in this game.
And the characters don't have any kind of reaction.
No reaction and no outcome on the story. And this is a different game from what BioWare has ever made, but still, you wonder what the possibilities could have been. So that's kind of our summation of Anthem. It is fun. It is enormously fun to pilot one of these guys.
I would rent it.
But the variety for everything else just isn't there. So Jeff Bowles Central, and that's me, Jeff Bowles, is going to give Anthem a 7 out of 10. I would have given it a 6, but I give it one more point boost.
Because it's Iron Man.
Because it's fun being Iron Man. Care, score, quick.
I would say 7.
7. Most people will think 6, 7. Kind of disappointing. I gotta say, I was really, really looking forward to this one. But, you know, that's the way the fake Iron Man suit crumbles or sometimes. Yeah. Everybody do me a favor, this is one of my story collections, Godling and Other Paint Stories. Science fiction, fantasy, horror, all around a paint strokes. It's very funny. It's very...
Amusing.
Amusing.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Good.